Hi, and welcome back to my sewing room for my weekly UFO update. My name's Leah, and I'm on week 30 of sewing at least 15 minutes a day on my UFOs. This past week, I've still been chugging along on my Stars and Windows Halloween quilt. Let me show you how much I got done. I switched gears this week and I started working on the B block instead of finishing up the A block from last week. To do that, I prepped my white squares for creating corners on the main fabrics. When working with someone else's pattern, I have to be careful on how much I reveal. I don't want to give away block numbers or block sizes or anything like that. But in this particular step, I think it's okay to say that I had to mark some of my white squares. I don't like drawing on fabric, so I used my iron to make my marks. I got about half the squares prepped, and then I took the time to sew one sample block. I like sewing one sample block before I sew out all the others in an assembly line, just to make sure I'm on track and that everything will come out okay for the rest of the blocks. I don't know if ironing is faster than drawing in this case, as I didn't get very far in 15 minutes. Probably because I had to make sure all the corners lined up perfectly when I folded them in half. The next day I ironed the rest of the fabric squares. I got a little faster at it this time, as I had a few minutes left over before my timer went off, so I sewed a couple more blocks together. During my third sewing session this week, I added half the white squares to the rest of the main prints. Saturday I trimmed those halves and I pressed them. I didn't film any of this because that was on the cutting mat and I didn't want to give away any sizes. Sunday, I sewed the other half of my white squares onto the main prints, and that took all of my 15 minutes. Monday, I trimmed the other half, pressed them, and with that, I had all of my B blocks finished. Now, while I absolutely love the look of this quilt, I have to be honest, I'm not in love with the technique used to make these blocks. There's a lot of fabric waste. If these units were smaller, it probably wouldn't bother me as much. But these blocks are pretty large, so the leftover pieces really add up. While I personally don't like this method of creating this block, I wanted to make clear that I'm not criticizing the pattern. I really do think it was the designer's goal to be able to make perfectly sized blocks without having to cut odd square shapes or relying on specialty rulers. She also may have wanted to make it easier to keep directional prints facing the right way while still keeping everything on point. And those are all great features, especially for new quilters. I just want you to know that if you decide to make this pattern, you should expect to have quite a bit of leftover fabric. In fact, you'll have enough fabric left over to make a second larger quilt. In fact, you might even have enough to make a third smaller baby quilt. After trimming, I had all these huge pieces left over. With the price of fabric these days, there was no way I was throwing these out, and I really didn't want to add them to my huge scrap pile of fabric. So on day 7, I spent the time turning them into half square triangles and pressing them. I did spend more than 15 minutes doing this, and will probably end up creating another UFO, but I didn't want them to sit for years as scraps. My first thought was to make a quick half-square triangle quilt with a scrappy border from the other prints left over in the quilt. But as I was ironing, I realized I had 4 of each print, and they would make good pinwheel blocks. A quick measure of my half-square triangles showed that these half-square triangles will trim up to be 5.5 inches, perfect for sewing into 2 rows of 2 to make a 10-inch block. So I'll trim these up and I'll put them back in the box they came in, along with the other leftovers, and relabel it Halloween Pinwheel Quilt. I'll give myself 3 months to finish it before I put it on the UFO list, so it might have a chance to actually not make it on there. Maybe. Next week I'll keep working on my Stars and Windows Halloween quilt, but I'm still going to keep it to 15 minutes a day, as I'm still working on my main watermelon project for my mini bowl challenge. I didn't get as much progress as I wanted on my watermelon projects, as some other things ended up taking up my main quilting time. But I was able to finish up all the Ohio stars. And those are half of the blocks for my main project. So you can say I'm halfway done with the quilt top on this one. So come back next week to see how far I get on my Halloween quilt and a sneak peek on the progress of my watermelon projects. Thanks so much for following along, and until next time, happy sewing.